All right, good day, yoga people. This is Stephen Chang coming to you live from Simha Yoga Lab in Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the full streaming schedule, as well as my payment information for Venmo and for PayPal. Venmo is my preferred way of payment. My handle is Simha Yoga Lab. 4-digit ID code is 8096 if you're prompted for verification. Online classes are $10. If you're having a difficult time, $5 is fine. Please do the best you can. I'm streaming on Instagram and on Facebook, and the videos are then uploaded to my YouTube channel, Simha Yoga Lab. Visit any of those platforms for classes 24/7. Today's class is open flow. It's a level 1, level 2. For those of you who are working with injuries, special conditions, or limitations, please modify as you need or skip poses altogether if it's not appropriate for you to take those poses. Anytime we're holding a pose, it's your opportunity to be playful and maybe explore the practice through variations. All right, so if you're tight around the hips, I recommend elevation, sitting up on a block, a blanket, or a towel. Palms face up. Fingers come to Gyan Mudra. Through the breath, let the mind start to quiet. As you ground evenly through your seat, elongate through the spine and broaden your shoulders. Let the inhales even out with your exhales. 3 ohms together. Inhale. Keeping the eyes closed, hands together in prayer. Mantra for purification, purifying the space in which you practice yoga. Call on the spot. Om Pavitraha, Om Pavitraha, Pavitrawa, Pavitrawa, Sarva Vushtan, Sarva Vushtan, Katopiwa, Katopiwa, Yahasmari, Yahasmari, Pundrikaksham, Pundrikaksham, Sapahya, Sapahya, Vishyandraha, Vishyandraha, Suchihi, Suchihi. Starting to open the eyes and let the palms face up. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, right ear to the right shoulder, right hand to the left side. And chin toward the right shoulder. Release, back to center. Drop the right hand. Left ear to the left shoulder, left hand to the right side. And take the chin toward the left shoulder. Release, back to center. Drop the left hand. Chin toward the chest. Big circles with the head in one direction, ear to one side, roll it back. Opposite side, roll the center. A few more rounds at your own pace. And chin back to center. Pause. And then taking the opposite direction. Come back to center again. Lifting the chin parallel to the floor and neutral spine. Coming off your blocks and extend the legs forward, separating the feet. Hands supporting, turning the toes toward each other, and then roll out. Draw in, roll out, draw in. Outer rotation, circling. Come back to center, switch them around. And back to center again, cross your shins, opposite shin on top. Raise the arms up high and extend, twist to the right. Inhale, back to center, other side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, side bends, right hand down, left arm overhead. Back up again. Exhale, other side. Back to center. Legs forward, forward fold. Take it back up. Swing the legs back behind you. Let's come onto your hands and your knees. So your hands are separated about shoulders width. Line up your shoulders with your wrist and hips over your knees. Let's take some cat-cows. Inhale, draw the navel down. Raise your tail, raise the back of the head. Exhale, round the spine, chin toward the chest. Inhale, lift, cow pose. Exhale, round, cat pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. This time, on the inhale, kick the right heel up. On the exhale, draw the right knee in toward the nose and round 3 times. Inhale, kick up. Exhale, right knee in. Inhale, kick up. Exhale, right knee in. This time, open up the knee to right side. Pendulate it back to center 3 times. Open to the right. Back to center. Open to the right. Back to center. Kick the right heel back. Bend your right knee. Reach back with your left hand. Grab the foot and kick back. And looking forward. Release your left hand down. Step the right foot out to the side and stand on the left knee. Gate pose. Your right toes can point slightly forward. Palms face up, parallel to floor with the arms, and then side bending to the right. Inhale, take it back to center. Exhale, left hand to the floor, right arm up and back. Take it back up again. Hands to your lower back. Draw the elbows back. Lift up into a slight back bend. If you're a little bit more flexible and you can easily reach your left hand to the left heel, then raise your right arm up and back. And let's take it back to vertical. Walk your hands forward. Reach your right heel back again. Step the right foot forward between your hands, crescent moon. Hands to top of the thighs, lunge forward, and let's stay here for a second. Just concentrate on leaning the hips forward. And so getting into the stretch of your left quads, into the hips. Then adding the back bend by pressing your hands into your thighs and lean the upper torso back and gently looking up. And then adding the arms, raise the arms up, Venus Mudra. Start to release, hands to either side of the right foot. Tuck the left toes under, half split. And shift the hips over your left knee and flex your right foot and fold. Step the right foot back down. Hand supporting, lift the left knee. So you're in a low lunge. Left hand stays in the floor, right arm up to twist. Right palm to face down. Reach forward, extended, revolve lunge. Take that into a half bind. Right hand behind you and twist deeper. Raise your right arm back up. Warrior one. Left heel comes down and rise up. Open it up. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Side angle. Right hand inside the foot. Left arm up. Left palm to face down. Reach forward. Extended side angle. Half bind, left arm up and behind you. Let your shoulders stack, so let the left shoulder draw up and back in space. You can also press your right tricep to the inner right knee and use that resistance to maybe stack even more. Keep the half bind. Inhale, come up, reverse warrior. And then take the hands to your floor, right foot stepping back plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, push up, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take it forward into your plank. Kick the knees down. Cat-cows. Inhale, draw the navel down. Raise the tail, raise the back of the head. Exhale, round spine. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. On the next inhale, kick your left heel back, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee in toward the nose and round. Inhale, kick up. Exhale, left knee in toward the nose. Inhale, kick up. Exhale, left knee in. This time, inhale, open up the knee to left side, pendulating back to center. Open left, back to center. Open left, back to center. Kick the left heel back and bend your left knee. Reach back with the right hand, grab the foot and kick back. This is your tiger pose. Release. Step the left foot to the left side, standing up on the right knee. So you want to line up the right hip with your right knee with a vertical line. Step the left foot down. Now, if you have the flexibility to point the toes way off to the side and keep the foot flat and the leg extended, you can take that. Or turn the left toes in a little bit. That'll make it a lot easier for you to keep the foot down. All right, palms face up. Side bend over to the left. Inhale, take it back up. Side bend to the right. Take it back up. Support with your hands to your lower back. Draw the elbows back to broaden your chest. And take that to your supported camel pose variation. If you have more back bending abilities and can easily touch your right hand to the right heel, then take that half variation and left arm up and back. Take it back up again. Hands to the floor. Reach your left heel back and then step the left foot forward between your hands for your crescent moon. So set up the base, hands top of the thigh, and actively lunge forward. Let's stay here for a couple of breaths. So getting into the hips, into your right quad. Then start to take the arms up and back in space, Venus Mudra. And release your hands to either side of the left foot, half split. Tuck the right toes under. Shift your hips over your right knee, flex your left foot. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Left hamstring stretch. Step the left foot back down. Walk the hands forward to frame your left foot. Lift the right knee, low lunge, keeping your right hand down, left arm up to twist. Extend the left arm forward, extend it, revolve. Half bind, left arm up and behind you. Release the left arm back up, warrior one, ground the back heel down, rise up. Open it up, warrior two. Flip the front paw, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle, left hand inside the foot, right arm. Extend it, right palm to face down, reach forward. Half bind it, right arm up and behind you. You can press your left tricep to the inner left knee. Use that resistance so you can draw the right shoulder more actively back. Keep the half bind. Come up. Reverse warrior. Hands to the floor. Left foot stepping back plank. Inhale one breath. Exhale chaturanga. Inhale up dog. Exhale down dog. Inhale, come forward into your plank. And lower all the way down to the belly. Walk your hands off your mat. Walk your hands slightly further forward. Shift to your fingertips. Lift the elbows up. Engage your upper back by kissing your shoulder blades toward each other. And then pressing into your fingers, lifting up for baby cobra. So your belly and your lower ribs are touching down. Adjusting your elbows again. Lift up. Squeeze your shoulder blades toward each other. Activating your shoulder blades. Lift up a little higher. Adjusting the elbows again. Lift up, kiss your shoulder blades together, and lengthen out even more. Bhujangasana variation here, cobra pose variation. And soften the elbows, lower down. Child's pose, take the seat toward the heels. Come back up again, tuck the toes under, camel pose. So again, if you need extra padding to your knees, you should have 1 fist distance between your knees, and that will give you roughly about hips width distance. Again, hands to your lower back. Your palms are supporting the lower back. Your fingers are rounding the top of the glutes. Draw the elbows back to broaden your chest. Lean the hips forward to activate your quads, and then lean the upper torso back to take the balance. Take the back bend. Now this is good for you. Stay here. If you have more flexibility, reach for your heels with your hands and deepening the back bend. Begin to take it back up. Walk your hands forward, hands and knees again. 1 cat pose just to release your lower back. Come back to center again. Lift the knees. Down dog. Inhale, right heel up to the sky. 3-legged dog. Right knee in toward the nose and round the spine. Inhale, kick it up. Open up the hips. Bend the right knee. Right knee touch the outside of the right arm. Kick it back up. Knee comes into twist and touch the left arm. Kick it back up. Step the right foot forward. Warrior 1. Exhale, open it up, warrior 2. Reverse warrior, suspended half moon, which means the right hand does not touch down. You're staying the full balance in your half moon. So keep the gaze looking down to the floor, and that will help you to balance. There you go. Good. Stay on the right leg. Warrior 3, so you're squaring your torso and your hips to face down, and then reaching the arms back for your warrior 3. Start to stand up, tree pose. Draw the left knee in, sole of the left foot in the right thigh. Steadying your balance, arms up and out. You may remain here. Take the arms out to a T and see if you can forward fold, maybe about halfway, like an airplane. Square back up to center, come back up. Left knee forward, step the left foot down chair. Exhale, dive forward, crow pose. Hands come forward about 1.5 feet, knees to back the arms. Shift forward to balance. I like it behind the arms on top of the triceps is fine. There are also schools where they take to the outside of the arms, to the side of the triceps, and press inwards. I like it behind the arms better. Now, if going that high, right, going that high throws off your balance, you can go a little bit lower toward the elbows. And that might also work nicely. There, yeah. That's a good roll. That's a jujitsu. All right, walk it back, jump it back, down dog. Inhale, come forward into your plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Reach your fingertips back, reach your toes back. Inhale, lift. If you're able to lift even higher, and release. Tuck the toes under. Press back up into a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, left knee in towards the nose. Kick it up, open up the hips, bend the left knee. Left knee outside the left arm to touch. Kick it back up. Knee comes into twist. Kick it back up. Step the left foot forward, warrior one. On the exhale, open it up, warrior two. Reverse warrior. Exhale, suspended half moon. Left hand does not touch down in the transition to come into your half moon. And that squares to your warrior three. Arms can come back behind you. Stay on the left leg and start to stand up for tree pose. Arms up and out. And then again, once you have your balance, maybe you can take it forward. Take back up. Right knee forward. Step the right foot down chair. Exhale, dive forward. Let's go for a second crow pose. Now, I see that you look like you're trying to lift your knees away from the arms. Is that what you're trying to do? So you can put a little bit of weight to the back of the arms, right? So that you can just kind of stay kind of balancing there. That's right. So is that happening because you're tipping forward too much and you're falling? Okay. So if that's the case, you get to a certain point where you start to stabilize, then you put a little bit of weight towards the feet so you can sink down a little bit. Yeah, you don't have to get too heavy, but you just want to find a balance where it's neither going forward nor going back, but you just don't want to keep going forward, which is kind of looking like what you're doing. That's right. Yeah. No, it looks. Huh. All right, so since you have a natural inclination to kind of feel like you can lift, the next evolution of that is, once you have your crow, you shift to one side, and you extend the leg, and you come back. switch sides, extend the leg. So that's kind of like what you have a natural inclination to do, which is shift forward. So if that's the case and you feel like you're strong enough to sustain that, maybe you can free up the leg and shoot it back. Let's try that one more time. It kind of looks like that's what you're... right, so it's kind of like that. So you freed up that left leg already. So, see? All right, I'll give you more opportunities to play there. All right, when you're ready, walk back, jump back. Chaturanga, down dog. Bend the knees in a one breath. Walk or jump your feet forward between your hands. Feet together, knees together. Take it up, chair. Stepping on the left foot, right ankle to the left knee. Bend your left knee. Flex your right foot. Good. Then, take the hands together in prayer. So this is one preparation to come into another pose called Flying Crow, which is kind of like some of the things that we're doing there. So this is building the strength of your quads. It's creating flexibility in your glutes, lengthening and strengthening your lower back. Now, once you have this pretty well, then you can go a little bit deeper by hooking your triceps to the top of the right shin. And you're hooking the right toes into your left outer arm. Right, so you have to pull the toes back, and that becomes actually a lock. Right? You can press your arm into your foot. I know it's a long time, right? So I'll just show you on the other foot so you can see. When you pull the toes back, you can hook your toes to the outer arms, right? And what happens is when you start to take the balance, that hook into your outer arm actually pulls in, and it becomes a lock. Okay? So let's come back to it. All right, so this is preparation for Flying Crow. Next step, which is kind of where you're going anyway. Hands to the floor, just like a crow pose. Hook your right toes into your left arm. Good. Then tip the weight forward and press your weight into your arms, into your right shin. That's right. Good. That's the big in every Flying Crow. All right, come back up. Step the right foot back down. Wrap the hands back behind you. Lift up, gaze up. Lengthen and dive forward. So this is a release for your wrists as well as resting for your legs. Release your hands, bend the knees, come up, chair. Second side, stepping on the right foot. Left ankles to knee. Flex your left foot. Then start to bend your right knee, draw the seat back and the crown of the head forward. Then hands together in prayer first. Then hook your triceps to the top of the left shin and the left toes into your right arm. Good. Then the hands come to the floor. And then bend the elbows and lean the weight forward. It's the tighter side, okay. That's okay. Good. All right, if you can, activate your foot even more and really hook it in. Because you were kind of like this, right? Yeah. And so if your foot is disengaged, if your arm starts to slide, nothing is catching onto your arm. So if you really are you able to pull the toes back? Yeah. So that's enough for the toes to hook into your arm. So let's try that again. And keep pulling the toes back into your right arm. That's right. Yeah, so there is a certain amount of flexibility that you have to build, right? Because what happens is the higher you can get your toes up the arm, the more sliding space you have, right? So right now you're kind of like here. So when you start putting weight onto it, you're going to start to slide off, right? So the preparation is important for you then. This is where you have to work on. Spend some time doing this, and then add on a little bit of the shape of that Flying Crow, and then eventually you get there. But spend a good amount of time doing this preparation, because that's giving you the hip flexibility. All right, start to break. Come back up, wrap the hands back behind you, take the other thumb on top, Lift up, gaze up. Lengthen and dive forward. Bend the knees again, rise up. Stepping on the left foot, pick up the right knee, right hand to right knee, left arm out to the side, and then open up the knee. Then with your right hand, grab the inner right thigh and reach your right heel out and hold it there. So this is giving you flexibility in your right hamstrings. The higher up you lift, the more flexibility into your hip flexors. Square back forward with the right heel forward and free up your hands and hold. Your quads are probably fired up, right? All right, step the right foot down, dive forward, and just forward fold. Let the head release. All right, sometimes it's not just about holding that one pose as it is. It's the combination when you add multiple poses and line them up together, right? Because then, if you're already pretty weak or less flexible in the quads, going outwardly is hard enough, right? And then you add going forward, that makes it crazy. All right, so, all right, bend the knees, rise up, chin. Stepping on the right foot, pick up the left knee. Left hand to knee, right arm out. And then open up the left knee to the side and start there. Then take the hands to the inner left thigh, extend the heel out. Square the left leg forward and free up your arms. All right, small breath. All right, step it down and forward fold. Bend the knees, rise up, chair. Stepping on the left foot, draw the right heel back. Now reach your right hand forward. Notice the palm is facing the left side of the room and the thumb is facing up. Keep the hand in the orientation. Do not turn your right hand. Sweep the right hand straight back behind you to catch the inside of the foot. Then take your inner thighs together, left arm forward, and calibrate your balance. Once you're nice and steady, you feel confident, then start to lean forward as you kick back. You notice that the right arm is in outer rotation. All right, so that's the most natural position and the best extension you get out of that arm in this position. So this is your Shiva Nattaraj dancing Shiva. Start to break. Make your way back up, step the foot down, and walk it out side to side. All right, so the significance of that is this. So many of us, when we take Shiva Nattaraj, we have to be very mindful about what the positioning of the arm is. Because it is possible for people to take the pose like this to catch the foot. Because when you take your hand and you rotate it to grab the foot, you've rotated your arm 360 degrees to catch the foot. Your arm is in inner rotation now, it's rolling down. What you want is the arm to be rolling outwardly, outer rotation. All right, so oftentimes people take it the other way and then they end up rolling inwardly. Okay, so second side. Bend the knees, chair. Stepping on the right foot, draw the left heel back, reach your left hand forward. Palm is facing the right side of the room, thumb is facing up. Keep that left hand in that orientation. Methodically sweep it back behind you to catch the inside of the foot. Then take the inner thighs together, right arm forward, realign, and now you're ready to draw forward as you kick back. Square back to center, step the left down chair, and dive forward. Let's walk it back, jump it back to down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Draw the left knee in, land that shin to the floor. Inch your right knee further back, elongate the spine. And then once it's set, make your way forward in your pigeon. Alrighty, start to make your way back up. Your block, just grab it, have it near you. Yep. Take the torso up, swing the right leg around. And center your seat. Chances are you're a little bit off to the left side. Right? Grab hold of either side of the right foot and extend. Now do the best you can to extend. If you cannot fully extend, you can keep the knee bent. That's pretty good. Now if you tend to round the spine, I want you to think about lifting the chest and leaning the head back and visualize that your torso, your spine, one straight line. Shift back toward the sacrum, free up your left leg, and extend forward. Release your hands and continue to balance. And bend your knees, step the feet down, grab your block, take it to this width of your block. That's right. Now, for those of you who are at home, if you have a block, use your block. If you don't have a block, if you have a blanket or a towel, you can roll it up to like a bolster and squeeze. The action of the inner thigh squeezing is what we're looking for. It doesn't have to be a block. Now, if you don't have anything, it could be two fists, okay? When you're ready, shift back, flex your feet are separated and parallel to each other. All right, so that's determined by the width of your block and then the width of your, the thickness of your thighs, right? And lift your shins. Good. Arms forward. Flex your feet strongly. And squeeze the block. Right, so it's isolation. You don't have to necessarily do 1,000 crunches, right? It's about having apparatus and engagement. Five, four, three. Don't lose your feet. Two, and one. Release. Remove the block. Raise the arms up and forward fold. That should feel really good to traction forward. Release, come back up. Block to your feet. Right, so unfortunately, those of you at home without blocks, not much you can do there. Maybe just repeat with your hands to your inner thighs, right? Or use your bolster to your inner thighs. Actually, if you made a bolster, you could actually do the same thing here, right? Whenever you're ready, shift back, bend your knees, and lift the block, squeeze the block. Arms forward once again, and hold. So we actually, because our cork blocks are a little bit heavier than the foam blocks, that added extra weight makes it harder. And my block is a little bit thicker than your block, right? So I have even more weight here. So for those of you at home with like foam blocks, it's a little bit easier. But if you're engaging and squeezing inwards, it should be a lot of challenging work here as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release and forward fold. All right. Move your block. Cross your shins. Roll forward. Tuck the toes under for down dog. Inhale. Come forward into your plank. Lower all the way down to the belly. Roll to the left side. Also notice the positioning of your arm, right? Try to find a vertical line, shoulder directly over your elbow. If your arm is too far forward, you're going to collapse. It's even worse if you have it behind, right? So, getting that vertical line will give you the support. Right hand to the floor, flex your feet, lift right foot just a little bit. Right heel forward, right heel all the way back. Keep the leg extended. Right heel forward, right heel back. So we're working on mobility of the hip joint. Right heel forward, right heel back, right heel forward, right heel back. One more. Right heel forward, right heel back. Stay here, reaching back. Then bend your right knee, grab the outside of the foot, and kick back in space. Square back to center. Turn the right knee up. Yogic toe lock if you have it, and extend best you can. If you're not able to take yogic toe lock, you can take the calf, right, and just try to extend the leg and flex your foot. If you have even more flexibility, it could be hand to heel, which gives you the ability to raise your leg up even higher. Keep the right leg up. Right hand comes back down to floor for support. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Lower, lift, lower, lift. One more. Lower, lift. All the way down. Square back to center. Switch sides. Now, if you want to turn around and face me again, that way at least you can see me. That's right. On your right side. Okay? So again, realign your shoulder with your elbow, left hand to support. Feel flexed. Lift the left foot just a little bit. Good. Left heel forward. Good. Left heel back. Left heel forward. Left heel back. More control. Left heel forward. Left heel back. Good. Left heel forward. Left heel back. Left heel forward. Left heel back and stay there, reaching back. Then bend your left knee, reach back with your left hand, grab the foot and kick it away. Square back to center, roll the left knee up, yogic toe lock, and extend. If you have more, hand to heel. If you have less, grab the calves. Keep the left heel up, left hand down for support. Lower the left heel, good, and lift. Lower and lift. More control. Lower and lift, good. Lower is not about momentum. Lift. I lost count. Let's do 2 more. Lift, 1 more. Lower and lift. Lower all the way down, square back to center, and let's take child's pose. And take it back to down dog. Inhale, right heel up. Draw the right knee in towards the nose. Land that shin to the floor. And then measure out for your pigeon. All right. Take it back up. Swing the left leg around. Center your feet. Have the block near you. All right. Grab either side of the left foot and extend. Shift back toward the sacrum. Find your balance and extend the right leg. Free up your hands. And then release your feet. Back again. Shift back. Flex your feet. Arms forward to balance. Now, once you have the balance, extend the legs as best you can and squeeze. Not that you asked for core, but whenever my students ask for core, this is the type of stuff I do, and then they like regret it. I'm like shaking like crazy. As you're ready, release and fold. Now you didn't ask for it, but I kind of felt like, hey, this guy's strong. Let me give him some core. Well, the fact is, like, unless you love core, I don't think people really like doing core, and they avoid it at all costs. So many of us just do it during classes to force us to. I'm sorry, you were going to say? All right. Okay. Well, stretching is what you need, though, right? And so, good, that's good. All right, shift back again, raise your shin. This time we're going to move up and down. So lengthen and bend, lengthen and bend, lengthen, bend total of 10. Lift, lowers 4, lift, 5, lift, 6, lift, 7, lift, 8, lift, 9, lift, 10. Release, forward fold. It's funny how we usually don't like to do things that we need the most of, right? Obviously. Right. Yeah. Yeah. So, however, though, once you start to gain some flexibility and you see the results, you also feel how good it is to stretch. Like, you can get very addicted to stretching. Like, I love stretching. If I don't do any of the power stuff in yoga, I'm totally okay with just doing lots of stretch. All right, make your way back up. And let's lower onto your back. Let's take bridge. Bend your knees, walk the heels in, separating your feet about hips width with your fingertips. Feel for the back of the heels. Then press your hands down, press heels down, and lift the feet. Then walk your hands underneath your seat, interlace your fingers. Once you have a fist, shift to one side, draw the opposite shoulder in a little bit. Shift to that shoulder and draw the second shoulder in a little bit. So you're standing on top of the shoulders. Good. So you want to just really feel like you're pressing the heels down, pressing the arms down to lift the feet up, to the point where you feel like you're stepping to the very upper part of your upper back, almost like toward the shoulders. So that will give you a nice deep back bend. And do you do wheel at all? Do you do wheel at all, which is send hands to your shoulders and lift all the way up? Okay, you want to try? Okay. Let's lower all the way down and take a rest before we go there. All right, when you're ready, hands to your shoulders, elbows up, press against the heels, and lift all the way up. That's right, good. Make sure you come down before you lose steam. You do not want to crush down. All right, once you're ready, you're all the way down. Step your feet about max width distance and windshield wiper your knees side to side. And this helps to neutralize your lower back a little bit. All right, come back to center. Step the left foot down. Right ankle on top of the left knee. Flex your right foot. Then pick up the left foot and thread the arms to grab the front of the left shin, and then pull that left leg toward you to get into the open edge of the right hip, right glute. All right, and start to release the left foot down to the floor. Keep the ankles to knee. Then you're going to drop the knees over to the right side and press the right ankle to the outer left knee, and giving the left side a little bit more of an active stretch. Good. All right, so this is a variation on doing a reclined twist. All right, rotate it back up, switch legs, step the right foot down, left ankle on top of the right knee. Then pick up the right foot, thread the arms through to grab the front of the right shin, and then pull the legs in toward you as you recline onto your back. Start to step the right foot down, and then drop the knees over to left side, pressing your outer left ankle into the outer right knee. All right, take it back up, release your left foot down, center your feet, and then draw both knees in. Happy baby, threading the arms to the inner knees to grab the outer feet. Let the knees be wide. Your feet are flexed. As you press your heels up toward the sky with the legs, pull your feet down with your hands. So it's a very active pushing with the legs and pulling the arms. Now to the point that maybe you can feel your sacrum, your lower back, making more contact to the floor as you pull the feet down with your arms. Right, so when we're taking Happy Baby, right, it's not necessarily about rounding the spine and lifting the seat. If anything, you want to flatten the entire back toward the floor. Make as much contact as you can. So the sacrum pressing down or the lower back pressing down actively as you can, upper back, the back of the head. Maybe the outer shoulder blades as well, if you can manage it. All right, start to release, step the feet down, slide the legs forward, Shavasana, final relaxation. Let the toes turn out, arms alongside the body, and let it all go. Beginning to draw the breath back in, moving your fingers and your toes. Reach the arms overhead, stretching in opposite direction. When you're ready, go over to the right side and come up to a comfortable cross-leg position. Reconnecting to an even seat, lengthy spine, shoulders broad, breath deep, and let the neck be free. Inhale from. Hands together in prayer, bowing forward, sealing the practice. And I'll come up. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for full streaming schedule, as well as my payment information for Venmo and for PayPal. Venmo is my preferred way of payment. My handle is Simha Yoga Lab. The 4-digit ID code is 8096 if you're prompted for verification. Online classes are $10, and if you're having a difficult time right now, $5 is fine. Please do the best you can. I'm streaming on Instagram and on Facebook, and the videos have been uploaded to my YouTube channel, Simha Yoga Lab. Please visit any of those platforms for classes 24/7. Thank you for your time. Be well. Take care.